Hey guys, you're here for Bungie ruining the grind. So Bungie just removed the bum at the cantina because buying from him sometimes dropped armor that had illegal rolls. One roll posted was 70 weapon stat and 26 super, after the stat mod and tuning mod slot. It is the holy grail of what players want, and would be willing to farm non-stop for days to get, and they just removed him. And I honestly thought it was a feature. It fit his aesthetic. Shady dealer with terrible RNG to get, and then RNG stats on top of that, and RNG tier on top of that. Gone. And now some players are running around with broken armor stats. They should have let it ride. My motivation to play was so hyped, and now it's just depressing. I spent 20k credits and got 60 illegal drops, but I still don't have the sword perk he offered, and now I won't have it for who knows how long. Then they also patched the loot cave I posted. It literally only dropped tier 3s at max. It wasn't game breaking. Bungie is so tone deaf now. The Star Wars missions were fine, but the filler exfil missions are not. These play out like Cabal's Watch that we got from the non-DLC 3-month drop for free. Not a campaign. It's 6 different paint jobs on the same mission. The traditional seasonal formula for sure. There are less campaign difficulties, no campaign mission replayability like in Mythic difficulty, or those missions that were featured that you could do every week. They threw the exotic mission in here, which was fine and has replayability, but the campaign was like 4 great missions and then seasonal filler. Talking to the NPCs felt like just talk to the holo projector 50 times, but jump planets every 2 people to do it. Something they said that they wouldn't be doing again. It was not up to a DLC level quantity. The quality was there, but this is like Curse of Osiris level quantity, and I don't feel like it's got the time sink that we need, especially with everyone trying to move away from the portal. They brought back factions, something they already removed from Destiny because it wasn't great content, and now it's supposed to be the endgame, with only one source to rank up, Exfil the miniseries. Where's the free roaming secrets for these returning locations? The dungeon and Grandmasters coming will be great, I'm sure. The gear is great at least, the game still feels good, extra vault space. I'm just not getting the magic of Destiny for the long term. And not raising power by like 50 was a mistake, I think. 50 is not a bad grind anymore, and as someone with more hours in this game than most, it's kinda sad. And I don't think it is my desire to play that's the problem. I farmed with friends for days and I kept 0 of the loot. It's the incentive to farm that must be the problem. Originally, no vault space curbed my ability to farm armor, but now it's like I can't because the armor is gone, and they didn't really say anything about that, but they did say that the old armor will make a comeback. But these illegal armor rolls were probably the spice that Destiny needed, a highly sought after and rare thing, and they screwed it up somewhere. Yet they let a sword that one-tap bosses stay in the game for a long time. They were doing good, made good portal changes, made some bad ones. I mean, they're still keeping not swap in contest. And in reality, Dawning just can't come soon enough. Bungie really messed up by removing seasonal challenges, and this version of the Bright Dust economy just sucks. And we won't have bounties, but somehow get Bright Dust from the gifts in return. Hopefully not as an RNG thing. The 700 weekly login Bright Dust that we used to have, that was the only thing keeping me afloat, and I need that back. But the seasonal portal bonus perks have been great so far. I'm sure it's snowballs and something else this time, and that's a good reason to run portal content when the Christmas event comes. But when the game started, we had double primary weapons, and Telesto was in the heavy slot, and we are at the point where 1-0 manacle grenade clears the entire room, and I'm running double swords. The enemy density has doubled, the exfil activity does seem balanced with tons of boss level combatants. Some people like the invasion system. Bungie still has a good formula, I think. Arena Ops will be great once they up the starting revive tokens, because there's just not enough. I'm just praying that Sony will assign more people to develop content for this game instead of Bungie having 4 actual campaign missions, like I said. They did good on those. We have always had a lack of content problem in Destiny, but even more so, it was reasons to play the existing content. And hearing rumors about D3 is great. I just feel like this was just an old seasonal level of content gearing up for the big release, and I miss the bigger release. And Kepler just had more things to do. He had more things to chase. Lightfall had even more things to do, more things to chase. And in this DLC, I got a seasonal grind that used to be $10. And I would pay $40 for what we got. But I would pay $60 for more, you know? Like, when they raised the prices for DLCs, I paid more. And with this trend, I can only see that the next major expansion in 6 months is going to give less than what we got with Renegades. And I guess I'm thinking 4 more campaign missions instead of all of this exfil and a hardest campaign difficulty for exclusive cosmetic rewards, some kind of sieve activity to get the exotic armor on alts, which I guess I have to do the campaign and turn in exotic tickets for instead now, and maybe some free roam and some secrets. Add that in, and I would have said this is like the top DLC, man. Like this is good stuff. It's a good change. But not being a Star Wars enthusiast means I don't have rose tinted glasses, and I think that this was under delivered for a 6-month expansion, even compared to Kepler. And Bungie should lean more into glitches and let them ride and do a cleanup later to fix the issues, because reasons for people to get excited in the game is important, and they can just disable the whole armor set for contest mode and it hurts nobody. And later on, you can do a pass that changes stats like you did with the illegal weapons. The beneficial glitches in Destiny are at this point part of the identity of the game, and the more you lean into them, the more players will come back for them. It's definitely not the thing pushing them away.
Cheese forever, Guardian.